Well, we have just discussed the nervous systems and also the neurons, and let's proceed to the second subchapters, the body coordinations. There are two types of coordinations. The first one is the nervous coordinations, and the second one is the hormonal coordinations. We'll discuss that later. For nervous coordinations, we need to know the reflex reactions in particular. Okay. For coordination, we also need to know a group of special receptors called proprioceptors that help us in our daily life. We'll discuss that later. And then the second types of coordination is the hormonal coordinations. And for hormonal coordinations, we need to know the glands that secretes hormones. So we have pituitary glands, thyroid glands, adrenal glands, pancreas gland, ovaries, and testes. Okay, and then for all of this, we need to know the hormones that they secrete and also the functions of all these hormones. So this is what we're going to learn in this subtopic here. The pathway of body coordinations. So before we discuss the body coordinations, let's start with the pathway. That is how the impulse is transmitted, okay, in the body when something happens and our body tries to coordinate it. Okay, first of all, our bodies react when receive stimuli. Stimuli can be a sound, light, a touch, smell. Okay, these are the stimuli. So the stimuli stimulates the receptor, the sensory organs, and the sensory organs will generate impulse. So the impulse is then transmitted from the sensory organ to the central nervous system through the sensory neuron, and then the impulse is transmitted to the central nervous system. The central nervous system consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Most of this impulse will be sent to the brain, but for certain impulse, we need to react as soon as possible to the stimuli, and therefore it will not be sent to the brain, but instead it will be sent to the spinal cord. We will discuss this later when we discuss the reflex reactions. Okay, then after that, these central nervous systems receive the impulse, it processes the impulse, and then it makes decisions. Then the decisions will be sent to the effectors to a neurons called the motor neuron. So the impulse will be sent to the motor neurons. The motor neurons will send the impulse to the effectors. The effectors can be the muscles or the glands, and then the muscle and the glands responds to this impulse. Okay, it receives these informations, and then it will try to do something. Either it tries to make our body move, or it tries to secrete the hormones. Okay, and then this is called the responses. The movements or the secretions of the hormones is called the responses. So this is the pathways of the body coordinations. We start from the stimuli, send the impulse to the central nervous system through the sensory neurons, and then we make a decision here, send the impulse out to the motor neurons and to the effectors. The effectors do something, and that's called the responses. Okay, so this is the pathways of body coordination.